Let me bring back our Joyce Vance to talk a little bit more about just some of the legal issues at stake here. We know not only did the administration, Joyce, argue that these flights were out of U.S. territory, therefore it was okay, but we also heard from the White House press secretary making the argument that a single judge in a single U.S. city cannot direct the movements of a plane that have on board what she called terrorists who are being expelled from U.S. soil. How do you look at that argument?
Right. So this is the larger argument that the government is advancing, perhaps not as much in court or in practice as they are for public consumption. And it's the argument that the president has broad powers under Article 2 of the Constitution, and that if he decides to make these designations and do this, he has the ability to do that regardless of what the law says or what Congress requires. You know, that's this very dangerous argument, part of the trend that we've been seeing by the president to consolidate all of the power of government in his hands and upset the balance of power between the three branches of government.
And Julia, there's this whole third country piece of the story, right? Because these Venezuelan migrants, who, again, are reportedly part of this gang, weren't deported back to Venezuela. They were taken to El Salvador. That's where we've been showing the video from. That was released by officials there in El Salvador saying they're here, we welcome them, and they're being held there for the U.S. The U.S. is paying the El Salvadorian officials to hold them. Is this something that has precedent?